And since we got into this business, Bradley Smith has been busy spamming people. He's been busy contacting individuals through email, perhaps in a mass way, but it still is an individual contact once that email comes to you. And I think that he's crossed the line between very vibrant free speech, aggravating free speech, and something that can be threatening, harassing, and is clearly a nuisance. And that's something that we're going to have to be looking at very closely. That one of my mistakes in thinking about this was to not fully appreciate the fact that Holocaust denial is really, and I've seen this because it's things that Smith has done since, and I should have known it maybe ahead of time, that it's a code for anti-Semitism. And so this does, yes, and this, at least it's complicated my thinking about it. But we have to be very careful about, talking about not hurting people, not saying harmful things, and all sorts of speech can do that.
To claim that you have, that you can't actually, for the Herald, as a staff, as a policy, so we can't see any relationship between Holocaust denial and anti-Semitism. I mean, we have a very well-publicized international example, not 20 years ago, but in the last basically year and a half. So the context really does matter, I think.
To the Metro Herald's credit, their policy, like ours, is not just on non-incitement to violence, but offensive. And I think it's just that my interpretation of offensive is more strict.
I'm taking responsibility that I did not look at the ad before it went up. I'm taking full 100% responsibility for that. The ad was up, and now we have made our decision as a board. It's not me, it's not the others, it's not the two of them up there. There are 10 people with faculty advisors on our board. We have made our, go ahead.
And I understand that because I know that you may not be able to look at the ad, but I feel like there's a larger staff of people to look at these things, and it should be something that multiple people look at. And with the ad that we chose to not run in our paper, I didn't see that initially, and Charlie saw it, and Ryan saw it, and Cole saw it. And so I just feel like there's multiple people who should be looking at these things, and I know that you might not have seen it.
And there are. Usually, if we would have caught this before it went up, we would have met together as a board, and we would have made a decision. It was an oversight. We didn't know the ad was going up before it went up. Okay? There have been controversial ads in the past that we have met as a board and made decisions to either run them or not run them.
But now that we've made a mistake and we see that it does harm, therefore we won't take it down. You acknowledge it's a mistake and that you acknowledge it's harmful, at least potentially harmful to others, although I haven't heard a clear acknowledgement of that.
All my career, I've gone into newsrooms and journalists have said, we don't have a policy either. Journalism is a case-by-case basis. We don't need a policy. This is a perfect example of the mess you get into when you haven't thought through these policies. Do policies cover every instance? Of course not. Does a principle not get interpreted to cases? Of course it does. But this is what I see here. I've seen it all my life, and it's time to get some policies here. Secondly, if you're going to create your policies, this is just my view, get beyond libertarianism. The discussion here tonight shows me the limits of that point of view. It's part of journalism ethics and devotion to liberty is there, but I don't see it answering a lot of the big questions that are out there tonight.